always, child.
Hey, Brent, what took you so long?
Some of us have to walk home.
Where were you? I would have driven you home.
Where would I sit, in the glove compartment?
We would have squeezed you in.
Or I would have thrown him out.
This sure is a beautiful car, Ron.
Thanks.
Yeah, he's about due for a new one. This one's almost out of gas.
Oh, look at that car. Calvin, what are you doing in this car?
My friend Ron drove me home. Ron, this is my grandmother and Mrs. Jenkins.
Pleasure.
Hi.
Now I know where Brenda gets her good looks.
Well, thank you. Hey, Pearl. Did you hear that?
No, I'm checking out this car. Sure is spiffy.
It's got a modular sound system, compact disc, cellular phone, rack pinion steering, and mag rims.
What did he say?
He said it's spiffy.
Hey! Notice anything different about me?
You got new tennis shoes.
Calvin, you didn't spend none of your college money, did you?
Grandma, all we've got in my college fund is $16.
Well, I never said you was going to Harvard.
Ron bought it. They're $6.99.
Those are good for $6.99.
$6.99 is the model number. They cost $75.
$75?
Child, for $75, you could have got 2 speedboats for your feet.
Honey, why would you want to give him some $75 tennis shoes?
I wanted to. Calvin is my buddy.
Yeah, but that's a lot of money.
Oh, don't worry, Mrs. Jenkins. I can afford it.
Yeah, Ron's got an Uncle Roland in though. Show him the watch. It's got everything. Stopwatch, split time, Greenwich time, lunar fade.
What did he say?
He said it's spiffy.
I just like doing nice things for my friends.
And do you also have some reindeer and a place at the North Pole?
I just calling you Santa Claus.
By the way, Brenda, I'm taking Calvin to the Stevie Wonder concert if you'd like to go with us.
Stevie Wonder? I'm dying to see him. Mom?
Brenda, we'll talk about it later, okay? Don't you have some homework?
Oh, Mom.
Well, let me know.
Hey, Ron, how about some ice cream? I'm buying.
Sure, why not? Nice meeting you.
You know, Pearl, I don't know if I'd let Calvin keep those shoes.
It's too late now. After they've been on those feet, ain't nobody gonna take them back.
Afternoon, ladies.
Hello, Sandra.
Ooh, what a cute car.
Well, it's got all the accessories.
Well, the only accessory it needs is an owner who's single and available.
Oh, he's single and available.
Ooh.
He's also about 17.
Ooh. Anyone under 21, I throw back.
Where are you on your way now, honey?
Oh, I have a date with a new man in my life, Jeffrey. I'm meeting him at the country club. We're gonna play tennis.
You're not dressed for tennis.
Oh, good. You noticed. I hope he will. He's in all kind of sports. He took me bowling last night. I threw the first ball in the street.
You mean in the gutter?
No, out in the street. My ball ended up on Pennsylvania Avenue. He wants to teach me golf, racquetball, all that stuff.
Well, what's wrong with that?
The side effect.
What side effects?
Muscles. I hate muscles. I had a muscle once. I stayed in bed for a week till it went away. You know, he's wonderful, but if I could just get him into some healthier things.
Like what?
French restaurants, nightclubs, department stores, you know.
Uh-huh.
Well, I better be going. You sure he's only 17?
Uh-huh.
Early 17 or late 17? Never mind.
Mom, have you thought about Stevie Wonder yet?
Stevie Wonder. I'm still thinking about Nat King Cole.
Come on, Mom. You know what I'm talking about.
Brenda, you are too young to date.
This isn't a date. A date is one boy and one girl. This is 2 boys. If it was 2 boys and 2 girls, it would be a double date. But it's 2 boys and 1 girl. So it's not a double date or a date. Doesn't even have a name.
Are you saying that 2 boys are safer than 1?
Yes.
Then you are definitely not ready to date.
Mom, do you know how hard it is to get tickets?
I don't care, Brenda. You barely know the boy.
Hey.
Can I appeal to a higher court?
Go ahead.
Daddy.
Did your mother say no?
Yes.
Then the answer is no.
Some higher court.
Now that I've rendered my decision, is this something I want to know about?
Daddy, I have a chance to go to the Stevie Wonder concert with Calvin and Ron.
Who's Ron?
Calvin's friend, he's nice and everybody likes him, Daddy.
They should, the way he throws money around.
Ron has money? Hey, baby, we might reconsider this. Our daughter isn't getting any younger.
Actually, it's his uncle's money. Ron just spends it for him. He's a nice enough boy, but I don't like the way he tries to buy friends.
Ooh.
Mom, that's not fair. You ought to get to know him first. How about inviting him to dinner some night?
Well, maybe we'll do that some night.
How about tonight?
Tonight?
Daddy, Mom hasn't said no yet.
What's the big rush?
You gotta like him before the concert.
Well...
Daddy, please.
All right, all right.
Thanks, Daddy. I'll go tell him.
So I gave in. It'll pay off on Father's Day.
The coach had the football team practicing until dark, and Ron bought 20 pizzas for them. They made him captain of the team.
Couple more practices like that, and they're gonna have to change the name of the team from the Bobcats to the Hippos.
Oh, that reminds me, Mrs. Jenkins.
The hippos remind you of me?
No, I just want to thank you for your hospitality. And to show my appreciation, I ordered you a gift. It's just a cake plate.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that.
That's the way Ron is. Speaking of Stevie Wonder,
Were you speaking of Stevie Wonder?
No, were you speaking to Stevie Wonder?
Who was speaking of Stevie Wonder?
okay, I was. Would you like to hear his latest album?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get it.
Ron, now that Brenda's gone, there's something I'd like to ask you.
Yes, Mrs. Jenkins.
I know we don't know you very well.
Hey, that's okay. I understand.
You do?
Yeah, sure. This happens to me a lot. How much do you need? 50? 100?
Put that money back in your pocket. I take care of this family.
Hey, I was just trying to...
By friendship?
I wasn't trying to buy your friendship.
Well, that's the way it comes off.
And you don't need to do that. Now, look, you're a nice young man, and people will like you for yourself if you just let them.
Yes, ma'am.
I couldn't find the album. I must have left it at Tiffany's. I bet she's gotten peanut butter all over it. I can get another one at the concert, if I go.
What's wrong with you?
Tennis, that's what's wrong with me.
Mary, she can hardly move. I had to help her up the stairs.
That Jeffrey insisted I play. Every bone hurts, every muscle hurts. My fingernails hurt, and you know they're not even mine.
Mary, do you have any liniment?
I'll see what I have.
But nothing that smells like a locker room or a hospital.
I'm sorry, but Gucci doesn't make liniment.
You'll be okay, Sandra. Just use some muscles you never used before.
And I'm never gonna use them again either. I'll put them in storage. The worst thing was the ball kept hitting me in the eye.
Well, how did that happen?
Serving. Every time I threw the ball up, I swung, I missed, and the ball hit me in the eye.
That sounds painful.
Ooh, who's this?
Miss Clark, this is Ron. Ron, this is my Aunt Rose.
Hi.
How do you do? Hi.
Oh, don't touch anything. I'm sorry, forgive me if I don't smile. My teeth hurt.
I didn't have any liniment, but you're welcome to use this heating pad.
Oh, thank you. Oh, Rose, would you help me up to my apartment, please?
Oh, of course I will. Come on. I guess this is the last time you'll be seeing that Jeffrey.
Well, you kidding? He owns a yacht. He's taking me to his club tomorrow.
What club?
We'll be going to the ocean. Must be one of those fancy beach clubs. It's called a polar bear club.
Isn't that the club where the folks jump in the freezing water?
Yeah, I didn't have the heart to tell her.
Well, I better be going. I have homework and I hate getting behind.
Would you say that again, please? Louder.
Good night, Mr. and Mrs. Jenkins.
Night, Ron.
Good night.
I'm gonna walk him to the door, okay, Ma?
Okay.
I hope I see you in school tomorrow.
I do, too. Thanks for inviting me to dinner. Oh, this is for you.
Oh, I couldn't. My parents would have a fit.
Then just wear it for me. Inside, next to your heart. Good night.
Good night. Is that Ron? Yeah, and look what he gave me.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I don't think I should wear it yet.
Well, can I wear it?
No, Tiffany. I don't want my mom to know about this until I have a chance to talk to her, so don't say anything, okay?
Hey, I won't say anything. Not even if they torture me. Please, let me wear it for a minute, Brenda, please.
Okay, okay.
This was made for me.
Brenda? Oh, hi, Tiff.
Hi, Mrs. Jenkins.
Where did you get that?
Hey, I didn't do anything. See, Ron gave it to Brenda, and I was just trying it on.
They really had to torture you for a long time, Tiffany.
Sorry, I break under pressure.
I told him I didn't want to take it.
But you took it. I don't know what's wrong with that boy. I just got through talking to him about buying friendship. You know, there's something not right about this whole thing.
Sorry I'm late, man. I had to help my grandmother with the laundry. You ready?
Well, my man, actually,
Hey, you better be ready, man, because I'm taking you to the hoop.
I can't, Calvin. Something came up. I just dropped by to ask a favor.
Hey, sure, anything for you. But you need me to drive your car around for a few days?
Nah, man, actually,
I know. There's this fine chick at school that won't take no for an answer, and you need me to take her off your hand.
Not quite.
Hey, well, you came to the right man, because Calvin's my name and Heartbreak's my gang.
Hey, man, forget the chicks. How would you like to make a quick 50?
$50? Yeah, what do I have to do?
See, I was supposed to meet a guy here, but I have to run some errands for my uncle. So all you have to do is meet this guy and give him this.
All I have to do is give him this and I get $50?
Yeah. His name is Tony, tall and skinny, about 19. He'll be looking for you.
What's in it?
Hey, man, what are you worried about? It's no big thing.
$50 just for doing that? Sound like a Miami Vice drug dealer.
Hey, man, get serious. I mean, do you want the 50 or don't you?
Sure, man.
Well, then don't sweat it, my man. Hey, you're doing this for me. We'll get on the court tomorrow, okay?
All right.
Later.
Sure, man.
Oh, hi, Pearl.
Mary. Get in here, Calvin.
Grandma.
Don't grandma me.
What's the matter, Pearl?
We have a little problem about where Calvin's gonna spend the next few years.
Oh, is that all? There's lots of good colleges around.
Yeah, and there's also Joliet, Sing Sing, and San Quentin.
What are you talking about?
Turn your head, Calvin. Look at this.
What is it?
$1,000, that's what.
Lord, where'd it come from?
Tell her, Calvin.
Well-
It came from some kid named Tony. Tell her what he gave you the money for.
Well,
For handing a package to him for his friend, Ron. Tell her how much he gave you to do that.
well, he...
$50. For standing on the corner like a dummy and handing a package to another dummy. Now, don't you feel better since you got that off your chest? Of course you do. Drugs. That's what it was.
Grandma, we don't know that for sure.
What did you think was in that little $1,000 package? A Twinkie?
Are you telling me that Ron is selling drugs?
He sure is.
Calvin, you were helping him?
No, I was just doing him a favor. I didn't know what was in the package.
You mean you didn't want to know what was in the package?
But when I saw the money, I brought it right to you, didn't I?
Well, that's the only smart thing you've done today.
I guess I just didn't want to believe that Ron was dealing.
Well, that certainly explains all that money.
Well, what do we do now?
Well, the first thing we ought to do is make sure his folks know about this.
Well, what about the money?
Turn your head. We put it in a safe place. Nobody ever looks in there anymore.
I'm Mrs. Jenkins. Miss Davis?
Yes. Come in, please. Have a seat.
Thank you.
You say this has something to do with my son.
Yes.
Is your daughter pregnant?
No.
Good.
Look, I'm not here about my daughter. I came to talk about your son.
What about my son?
Well, for starters, he's giving out expensive gifts. I can't allow my daughter to keep this. Do you have a rich uncle in your family?
Rich uncle? Oh, sure. And I just clean other people's houses for the fun of it.
Then I don't know how to tell you this, but... Well, I think Ron is dealing drugs.
Woman, are you crazy? My son isn't selling drugs. I raised all my children right.
I know it's hard to believe.
And I don't believe it. Not Ronald.
Then how do you explain all this money he's throwing around?
He's got a job.
Honey, he would have to have 7 jobs to pay for that expensive car he's driving.
Oh, shoot. Is that what this is all about? That car belongs to his friend Calvin. He's just keeping it while Calvin's traveling in Europe.
Calvin in Europe? Honey, the furthest Calvin has ever been is Baltimore, and that's because he fell asleep on the bus.
Now you're calling my son a liar.
Now, wait. I don't want to fight with you. I'm a mother, too. And it's obvious to me that you don't know what's going on.
No, you don't know what's going on.
There's a drug meeting at the old church on U Street tonight, and we're all going. I think you should be there.
And I think that you should mind your own business.
When your son starts selling drugs in front of my building and using our kids to do it, it is my business.
You rich ladies think you have the right to just butt in anybody's business.
Rich ladies?
Well, look at you. You either rich or going to a funeral.
Well, if I'm going to a funeral, maybe it's yours, because you sure are burying your head.
Well, I can't believe it. That nice boy standing out in front of our building selling drugs?
But Ron's cool. It's gotta be a mistake.
It's not a mistake, Tiffany. He has Calvin.
Mom, you can't be sure. Calvin never even looked in the package.
For which he got $1,000? Grow up, Brenda.
I still think you shouldn't have called the police. I mean, you don't have proof. Calvin's wrong half the time and confused the other half.
Tiffany, this is serious, and you are being very flip about it.
You too, Brenda.
Mom, everybody knows about drug dealers. They're all over the school.
Yeah, well, I better not ever catch you near one.
Mom, you know me better than that. They have their group and we have ours.
Yeah, this is Kid in my algebra class. Everybody knows he deals. He's kind of cute, too.
Tiffany!
We don't have anything to do with them. I mean, they just do their thing and we just...
Look the other way.
Mom, what do you want us to do? We can't go around telling on them. I mean, you just don't do that.
Brenda, we're not talking about little kids and tattling. We're talking about responsibility and life and death.
Sandra! What happened?
Mary, why didn't you tell me the Polar Bear Club was where people jump into the ocean when it's 1,000 degrees below zero? They're crazy.
And you should have felt right at home.
It's not funny, Mary. I came that close to being a popsicle. I sprained my ankle.
You sprained your ankle jumping into the ocean?
No, afterwards, when he took me skydiving.
You jumped out of a plane?
Are you serious? He took me up 5,000 feet, went to the door with his parachute and said, "Follow me." I said, "Follow this." Oh.
What did you come by for?
I was wondering, can I keep your heating pad a little while longer? I know the minute I defrost, my ankle's gonna start killing me.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Well, I gotta go now. I gotta return these crutches to the nice man I borrowed them from.
Well, Sandra, how far do you have to go?
Across the street, he's leaning against a tree.
Hey, Calvin. How's it going?
All right?
Hey, did you open that package?
No.
Good. Anyway, where's the envelope Tony gave you?
I don't have it.
What?
Mrs. Jenkins gave it to the police.
That's why the police are checking my place? You better come up with my money, man, because you owe me.
And look, man, I don't owe you nothing. You left me holding your drugs. I could have been busted. I thought you were my friend.
Hey, forget you, man. I don't have friends. I have customers. And you were just another sucker I used, and all it cost me was some chump change and a pair of sneakers.
Here's your sneakers. Now why don't you just sneak your butt on out of here?
Hey, man, no sweat. See, I got a deal cooking tonight that's gonna make me so much money, I'll be on a yacht in the Bahamas.
You ain't nothing, man. If I ever catch you around this building or Brenda again, you just get ready to throw down, chump.
My name is Alice, and I'm an addict. I used to steal from my parents for just one more hit off that pipe. I broke up our home, destroyed their marriage. I mean, I lost everything. I joined the program about a year ago. If I hadn't, I wouldn't be alive today.
We're glad you are.
Here, here. Well, I guess you can tell there's a war going on here. And if we're going to win it, we have to start with the kids.
I'm listening.
I'm listening, too.
We're not just talking about listening. We're talking about doing something.
We know.
You know, this is a terrible thing to say, but nowadays we have to be careful who our friends are.
One thing is to not pick your friends by the kind of car they drive.
Or to go ape when they buy you tennis shoes.
Sit down.
How about accepting a gold chain from a guy you hardly know?
Or being a dope, delivering dope for a dope.
Okay, Grandma, I made a mistake. Didn't you ever make mistakes?
No. Oh, well, if I did, I'm too old to remember.
Sorry I was late. I went to the wrong church. They had a wedding, so I stayed for the cake.
Listen, everybody. What we need to do is put the spotlight on these pushers.
That's right. You know, either they don't know or they don't care what they're doing to people. And it's getting so, I'm getting afraid to send Tiffany to school.
I'm not afraid of them.
Well, I am.
I'll tell you another thing. Drugs and men don't mix. I just say no.
To men or drugs?
To drugs. I tried saying no to men, but I can't kick that habit.
Well, if I catch any of those pushers around our place, it's over for them.
Well, I got a baseball bat that will give them a downer they will never forget.
The sad truth is, if it weren't for customers, there would be no pushers.
That's right. Now, how do we get the public to believe how bad this is?
I believe it. I just found out that my son, Ronald, was dealing drugs. That mess was in my house. I just refused to see it. He even had my 10-year-old delivering for him. And near as the police can tell, my son, Ronald, was dealing with a junkie tonight who probably didn't have enough money, so they figure he just took the drugs. After he stabbed my son to death. I got 3 other kids at home I have to worry about. And I don't know what to do. Please, tell me what to do.
Child.
Good afternoon, Mary.
Oh, good afternoon, Rose.
Oh, my. A penny. You know, that's good luck.
If it was good luck, it would be more than a penny.
Hi, Mom. Hey, everybody. Hi, Miss Oliver.
How are you?
Mom, can I go to the movies with Tiffany?
Again?
Oh, come on, Mary. It's the weekend. Let us have some fun. Besides, you're only young once.
I'm living proof of that.
Okay, but be home by 9, or I'll know why.
All right, thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom.
Hi, Grandma.
How did it go, baby?
Not too good, Grandma.
Calvin, you want to go to the movies with me and Tiffany?
Nah, I'm a little short on cash.
Oh, well, I can lend you the money.
Hey, no woman's gonna pay my way.
Especially not that one.
Sorry, Calvin. I just wanted you to come with us.
Yeah, well, thanks anyway, Bran. I'll check y'all later.
Okay, bye. Bye, Calvin.
Come on in, Calvin, and I'll make you a nice hot cup of cocoa.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, what's the matter with Calvin? He's so quiet. Not that I'm complaining.
Poor boy. He's been trying so hard to find some part-time work.
Is he still looking for a job?
Well, he'd like to have his own spending money. And the responsibility means a lot to him.
If he can get a job. You know, it's hard for teenagers to get any work. And it's even tougher for black teenagers.
Yeah, that's a shame.
It sure is. seems like we should know somebody who could help Calvin. Somebody who's respected and well-liked at his job.
Or somebody who's married to somebody who's respectful and liked on his own job.
Somebody who could persuade that respected and well-liked person to ask if there's anything available at his construction job.
I think I hear my phone.
Now, Mary. Now, certainly you can ask Lester if he could see if there's anything available for Calvin.
I'd really appreciate it, Mary.
Well, I don't think Calvin would like construction. You know, it's a dirty job.
If it's a J.O.B. job, Calvin is interested.
Well, what I mean is I don't think the job is right for someone of Calvin's talents. Did he try the record shop?
Uh-huh.
What about the chicken place?
Uh-huh.
Newsstand?
Uh-huh.
It's a shame the kid can't find a job.
So you'll speak to Lester?
Well, I guess I could.
Oh, great.
I'm not promising anything.
Oh, well, thank you, Mary. I'd appreciate anything Lester can do.
Oh, Mary, that was real sweet of you.
Well, Pearl's right. The job would be good for Calvin. And for me.
Oh, how's that?
The more time he spends on the job, the less time he spends around Brenda.
Oh, come on, Mary. Mary, you know you like that boy.
Of course I do. Wonder if Lester could find him a part-time job overseas.
Mary, stop it, will you?
Ladies.
Sandra, what happened?
Oh. Well, for your information, I was in a terrible car accident and received extensive injuries.
Were you driving?
No, I was in the back seat.
Well, will you be all right?
Well, with the proper care, I'll heal in time.
Oh, you got a smudge on your cheek.
Better?
Evidently.
Oh.
Very convincing.
Thank you. My lawyer explained the importance of pain in my litigation.
You have a lawyer?
Yes, Swifty Forbush. I met him in the emergency room last night. He's a charming man. And so concerned.
I've seen his TV commercials.
Yeah. If your cash flow's low, don't forget Swifty. He'll sue for big bucks and give your checkbook a lifting.
Well, Swifty feels it's only fair that I should be compensated. This injury has impaired my job performance.
Well, better be glad it's not whiplash. Yeah, it could be much worse.
Yeah, you'd be in a neck brace.
Really? Well, I'm off to Swifty's office for a consultation.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Lester.
Say, Sandra, what happened to you?
I was in the right place at the right time.
Honey, have you got a minute?
Sure.
Have a seat.
Oh, have mine.
Okay, what do you two want?
What makes you think we want something?
You only get that look in your eyes for one of two reasons. Either you want something or you want something.
We're trying to help Calvin find a job.
Yes, you see, Pearl said he was looking very hard for a job, so we thought if you would go down.
I'm home.
Oh, at last.
Daddy, did you get Calvin a job?
And how was your day?
Sorry. How are you doing? Did you get Calvin a job?
Hey.
Brenda, where's your manners? Now go in the kitchen and get your father's meatloaf, which is all dried out because he's late. And didn't call. And we were worried and wondering why.
I was talking to my supervisor about a job for Calvin.
I knew it. When does he start?
How do you know I got him the job?
Because you're the best daddy in the whole world. You can do anything.
Yeah, that's my girl. He starts tomorrow.
All right, I'm going to tell Calvin.
You say something about meatloaf?
Mwah. That's for you, for being so sweet.
I was glad to do it. Where's that meatloaf?
Oh, what kind of job did you get him?
He's gonna be helping me after school and on Saturdays doing small jobs.
Well, what kind of small jobs?
Small, Mary, as opposed to big. The meatloaf in the oven.
Honey, sit, I'll get it.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Mr. Tinkers. Oh. Thanks, Mr. Tinkers. Well, this is the greatest thing that ever happened to me. I won't let you down, I promise.
You're welcome, Calvin.
Oh, it was just wonderful of you, Lester. Oh, we're not interrupting your dinner, are we?
Oh, no, no.
Bless you, bless you. You turned the boy's whole life around.
Well, I was glad to do it. Where's Brenda?
Oh, she went down to tell everybody. I'll go get her. Thanks, Mr. Jenkins.
We're home.
Well, hi. So how did it go?
Terrific. We got a lot done today.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, that building seemed to get a little bit higher.
Calvin, why don't you just put that down?
Oh, where should I put it?
Down. Just down. No, you go on home. It's all right, really.
All right, then. Well, see you tomorrow, partner.
It didn't go okay, huh?
Mary, the boy is a walking disaster.
Well, honey, he just started. He's bound to make a few mistakes.
An error in judgment here and there I could live with. But I asked him to help mix cement, and he left a shovel in the mixer. Now it's part of the sidewalk. Then he poured tar on O'Donnelly's head. His toupee is permanently glued to his scalp.
Honey, can't you find him a job far away from everything and everybody?
Mary, believe me, Calvin is not cut out for the construction business. Besides, the supervisor said he has to go.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
Yeah, it is. No, it's nobody's fault. It just didn't work out, that's all. Pearl!
Lester, I just want to thank you again and again for giving Calvin a job. Our lives are filled with sunshine. Every morning when I wake up, I say, thank you, Lord. Thank you for Lester. Well, I could kiss the ground you walk on.
No. Have a seat, Pearl.
This is your favorite, a sweet potato pie and a bottle of homemade wine. I stomped the grapes myself. Oh, just kidding.
Pearl, I think there's
No. Honey, let me tell you.
What is it, Lester? If there's anything I can do to repay you for what you've done for me and my boy, you just name it.
Pearl, as you know, Calvin's been working with me for several days now, and you certainly have done a good job of raising him. Pearl, I imagine you not too familiar with the construction business, but it's difficult and very demanding.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mrs. Shea.
Hi, baby.
Hi, Daddy. How was your day today? Calvin says it was great, but I want to hear it from you.
She wants to hear it from you.
Brenda Sugar, why don't you just sit down over there? Brenda, Pearl, I imagine you're not too familiar with the construction business.
I understand it's very demanding.
That's right. And it's for that reason that we've got to fire Calvin.
Before you say anything, Calvin is very sweet, and we like him a lot. But it just didn't work out. Lester has a responsibility to the people he works for, and they say Calvin has to go. You do understand. They don't understand.
Oh, I understand, all right. I've seen some people do some low-down things. But this is the low-downest of the low-down.
Pearl, try to see it from my point of view. Calvin's just not cut out for the construction business.
But, Daddy, you can't do this to him. You can't do this to me.
Brenda, your father did everything he could. The supervisor made the decision. And that's that.
Well, then I'm not speaking to either one of you two again.
Me neither.
Okay, be mad at me if you like, but there's nothing more I can do. How many times do I have to explain it? Come in.
Hi, everybody.
One more time.
I let my grandma down. I let my parents down. I let my children down.
Calvin, you don't have any children.
Yeah. Years from now, people will say, there's Calvin Dobbs. He was never good at anything.
Who are you kidding? Nobody's even gonna remember your name. You're a big help, Tiffany. Well, this is boring listening to Calvin moan and groan. Let's go inside.
Tiffany, my man is feeling down. My place is by his side.
Cheer up, Calvin. Hi, Miss Jenkins.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, cheer up, Calvin. It's not the end of the world. So you lost one job. Before you through, child, you're gonna lose a lot more than that. Oh, forget I said that.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Jenkins. I'll probably never get another job.
So what you gonna do? Sit here all day feeling sorry for yourself?
Mom, he's feeling bad enough.
What he's feeling is self-pity. Calvin, do you remember what Muhammad Ali used to say?
Yeah, I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
No, I am the greatest. And he was champ a lot of years because he believed that.
Yeah, he was the greatest.
Because he didn't quit when things got rough. Now, you can do that, too.
You really think so?
It's not what I think, it's what you think that counts. Well, I better get to the laundromat before it gets too crowded.
Why are you going to the laundromat, Mom?
Because the washing machines are broke again.
Anything I can do to help?
Yeah, find somebody to fix the washing machines.
Well, all finished. Got a few spare washers I don't think I need. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if people start calling me Mr. Fix-It.
Mrs. Brenda Fix-It.
Hello, children.
Hi, Miss Clark. What happened to you now?
My lawyer discovered I was more seriously injured than I thought.
How much more?
About $10,000 worth. Whiplash. Thank your mother for that advice for me. Ooh, I do hope this washer is working. The performance last week was questionable.
Oh, it worked fine, Miss Clark. Miss Jenkins wanted it fixed, so I fixed it.
My, what an enterprising young man. Girl, stay away from a PG-13.
Your what?
You cannot have a look at these dainties unless you have a note from your mother. Ooh, Calvin, you're a lifesaver, honey.
You have a big date tonight, Miss Clark?
Of course, I have a big date every night.
Well, shouldn't you be at home resting in your condition?
Oh, honey, why should others suffer?
Oh, no. Allow me, Miss Clark.
Oh, thank you. Well, gang, I don't know about you, but there's a jasmine-scented bubble bath upstairs with my name on it. Ta-ta.
You're terrific, Calvin.
I know. You see it?
Oh, Rose, look at my flowers. They've been out here a month and they haven't grown an inch.
Maybe they're on strike. You have to have a job to go on strike.
Oh, Pearl. Mary, I don't mean to create a scene, but you have perpetrated a great injustice against me.
What is the problem, Sandra?
Mary, per your instructions, Calvin sabotaged the washing machine and caused my laundry to be devastated.
Number one, I didn't give Calvin any instructions. And number two, how is your laundry devastated?
Just look. Is this any way to treat lace, Mary? I think not. Is there any excuse for the needless destruction of chiffon? I think not. What do you want?
I'm sorry your laundry's dead.
Does sorry help this bathing suit, Mary? I think not. I hope you can sleep nights. I know I won't be able to.
Well, come on, let's go down and see what Calvin's doing.
We? My name's Bennett, and I ain't in it.
Remember that. Calvin?
Oh, hi, Mrs. Jenkins.
Calvin, what are you doing?
I'm fixing the washer.
Not according to Sandra.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. But I'll just keep working on it until I get it right.
Calvin, come on, dear. I'm not gonna bite you, come on. Now, Calvin, I'm glad to see you have perseverance. But did it ever occur to you that you're not good with your hands?
Nope.
Watch my lips. You're not good with your hands.
Oh, Mrs. Jenkins, I'm just not good at anything.
Oh, Calvin, come on. You gotta be good at something.
I make great car sounds. That's when the car drives off a cliff and blows up.
Think of something else.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Even if I find a job I could do, I never get it.
Well, why not? What do you do when you go for a job?
Well, I go in and I say, "You're not hiring, are you?"
No, wrong attitude. You gotta be positive. You gotta make a good impression if you want to get hired.
How do I do that?
Well, first of all, child, please go to the library and learn how to fill out a job application. And then try to find out what kind of job you're applying for. And dress for the job. And then just talk. You can talk, can't you?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I can talk and go on. You know how my grandma sits in the window, she
Good.
talks.
When you're talking, tell them why you'd like to work for them. That you're trustworthy, that you're willing to learn, work hard, and that you're a responsible person.
Oh, so that's how I get a job.
Well, maybe not at first, but don't give up. Nothing is perfect, so you can't be a perfect flop.
Excuse me, lady.
Sandra, what a gorgeous fur.
Just a little gift from a friend.
Oh!
Something to compensate me for the agony and the suffering and the pain I've gone through.
Sure beats Astor.
So did you win the case?
We settled out of court. The defendant, a Mr. Raul Jimenez, was a darling man and so sympathetic. We discussed our case over dinner. That's when I dropped my suit. My lawsuit. It turns out Mr. Raul's a very wealthy industrialist. He suggested I might look more fetching in this stole than that brace.
Oh, my, everything worked out well, didn't it?
Uh-huh.
Sure did. $2,000 stole, $200 dinner. How much was your lawsuit for?
$100,000.
He saved a bundle. Raul is no fool.
Hi, Pearl. Nice weather we're having.
Yeah, when you got a job, everything's nice.
Now, Pearl, you know what they say. It's better to forgive and to forget.
I say hold a grudge and remember.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at a young man who is on his way up the ladder of success.
Calvin, you got a job.
No, but I got 5 interviews. I'm bound to get something.
Oh, that's great, Calvin.
That's wonderful. I knew you could do it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, at this time, I'd like to thank all the little people who made this possible.
Calvin, come on.
Okay. But let me just thank the entire Jenkins family. Brenda, who believed in me from the beginning. Mrs. Jenkins, who believed in me around about the middle. And Mr. Jenkins for giving me my very first job.
And fired you, too.
And whose written reference helped Calvin get those 5 interviews.
That's right, Grandma.
Oh, Lester. Your pie is in the oven, child.
There's no place like home. With your family around you, you're never alone. When you know that you're loved, you don't need to roam, 'cause there's no place like home. Times are changing every day. We won't get by with those same old ways. Pulling together, we'll make it right. With help from our friends, I know we can fly. There's no place like home. With your family around you, you're never alone. When you know that you're loved, you don't need to roam, 'cause there ain't no place like family. There ain't no place like family. 'Cause there ain't no place like, there's no place like home. I mean, no place, child.
Afternoon, Sandra.
Afternoon, Rose. Why does the building look better?
Better?
It has a certain ambiance.
The only thing different is Mary isn't here.
That's it.
Lester left her the car to run a few errands. She'll be back in a minute.
Well, there goes the ambiance.
Ambulance. Well, I was only taking a nap.
Is it all right if I sit here a minute? Or is Mary touchy about anyone else using her crate?
No, I'm sure she won't mind.
Ooh! Now I know why she's so snappy.
Oh, there she is now. She's parking the car across the street.
She'll never get that big car in that teeny space.
Oh, she'll get it in, Sandra. She'll get it in.
She got it in.
My goodness, what did she hit?
A very expensive foreign car.
Oh, no.
Is she okay?
Well, she looks okay.
Except for those shoes.
Mary. Mary, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Well, you may be okay and your car may be okay, but it looks like you busted the tail light on that BMW.
Oh, Lord, somebody tell me those are the owner's initials.
You bumped into trouble. I dated a gentleman who owned one of those foreign jobbies, and he used to tell me about the many thousands of dollars he'd spend for the most incidental of repairs.
It's only a tail light.
Only a tail light? Mary, they gotta bring that tail light all the way from Dusseldorf. You know how many Germans it takes to put in a tail light?
How many dollars does it take to put in this tail light?
My gentleman friend damaged his ashtray. Cost him $200 to replace it.
It would have been cheaper to give up smoking.
Well, Mary, don't worry. Your insurance company's going to take care of it.
Oh, Rose, do you have any idea how high our premiums are going to be after this accident?
As high as a wine on a space shuttle.
Thank you, Pearl.
And plus, you got to tell Lester about it.
Thank you, Pearl.
Mary, I wouldn't be in your shoes for nothing in the world.
Thank you, Pearl.
Well, who do you suppose that car belongs to?
It's gotta be somebody from the condo.
Oh, great. That's all I need.
Well, you are going to leave a note on the car, aren't you?
Well, of course.
Oh, what a couple of Girl Scouts. Oh, but please, I wouldn't venture to give you any advice, Mary.
Leaving a note is the right thing to do.
Oh, and when was the last time someone dented your car and left you a note?
Well, I don't own a car.
So you're quite an authority.
Well, I know what's right.
What's right is to let the man's insurance company take care of the man's car. After all, nobody saw Mary do it, did they? I did.
Me neither.
Well, I did. And I can't lie.
Can't you give it a shot?
Come on, Mary.
Okay, I'm putting a note on the man's car.
You think Lester will be happy with that decision?
Well, divorced. He will. He will.
Oh, please. Now, Mary, it would be a lovely world if everybody went around sticking notes on cars. Excuse me, I believe I hit your car. Pardonnez-moi. I may have smashed your window and stolen your radio. But they do. And that's why God created insurance companies, Mary. But far be it from me to advise you. Ciao.
Well, Lester will be home soon. I'll just wait till he comes before I put the note on the car. Well, I want him to check my spelling.
How come I had to eat a TV dinner?
Because, dear, I have something to talk over with your father, alone.
I'm not getting a little brother or sister, am I?
No, Brenda, you don't have to give up your room. What are you doing?
Oiling my skates.
What you gonna do, roll around the room?
No, Calvin's taking me skating.
On a school night?
No, tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. He's taking me tomorrow.
And when were you going to ask permission? On Sunday?
Of course not. I was gonna ask you tonight.
Hi, Mrs. Jenkins.
Oh, hi, Calvin.
Hey, Brand, you ready to go?
Go? Go where?
To the skating rink.
Calvin, you must be mistaken. We're supposed to go tomorrow night, right?
Tomorrow? Well, why did you just tell me to hurry up and get my skates?
Now, you see, if he was a Rhodes Scholar, you might have gotten out of there.
Oh, did I say something wrong?
Calvin, go skating.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Jenkins. Isn't Brenda coming?
No, Calvin.
Thanks, Mrs. Jenkins.
I'll deal with you later.
Mom, what if I was going to practice with a roller skating team on a school night? That would be okay, wouldn't it?
Nope.
Well, what if we were skating to raise money for a famine relief on a school night?
Are you this creative at school?
Mom, you're being unreasonable.
Thank you, dear.
Can I go on Saturday?
No.
Why not?
Because you lied, and that's your punishment.
What's with Brenda?
Oh, nothing for you to worry about, honey. Just enjoy your dinner. How do you like everything?
One of my favorites. All of my favorites. Good bread, good meat, good Lord, let's eat.
So, how was your day?
Oh, fine.
Aren't you wondering about mine? Well, aren't you wondering why I'm doing all this? Lester.
Mary, can I finish my meal before you tell me the bad news?
When I was coming home from the errands this evening, I had an accident with the car.
The car? You didn't bang up the car.
Oh, there's not a scratch on it.
But you did hit something.
A BMW.
Couldn't you have hit an American car?
Oh, honey, if I could have, I would have.
Mary, do you know how much it costs to repair one of those things?
Aren't you even going to ask if anybody was hurt?
I'm sorry. Was anyone hurt? Mary, do you know how much it costs to repair one of those things?
I know how much it cost for the ashtray.
Did you hit an ashtray?
No, a taillight.
Well, what did the guy say?
There was no guy.
No guy?
When I was parking, I hit a parked car, parked across the street. I thought of leaving a note.
And did you?
No. I wanted to see what you thought. What do you think?
Well, it would have been the right thing to do. Let's see if I can see it from here. Which one is it?
The red one with the broken taillight.
You mean the one the police are towing away?
What?
It was parked next to a fire hydrant. There it goes.
Oh, what a shame. Rose, I was ready to write the note. Lester was ready to put the note on the car. Is it my fault that they towed the car away?
No.
What else could I do, Rose?
Could have put a note on the car right away.
Yes, Rose, we all know that. And we all know that if I had it all to do over again, I would have, right?
Right.
What do you want me to do? Hire a blimp with a sign? Put billboards up all over town saying, everybody with a busted tail light, please see Mary. I'm sorry, that's all I can do, Rose.
You could try walking across the street.
What?
The car's back.
Good. You can put a note on the car now.
Hi, Grandma.
Hi,
If we can't go
Calvin.
out Saturday night, then when can we go out?
I don't know, Calvin. Maybe when I'm a lot older. I might get my freedom then. Oh, hi, Mom.
Oh, hi, Miss Holloway.
Mrs. Bassett.
Hi, Mrs. Jenkins.
Well, what was that all about?
Oh, she's mad because I punished her.
For what?
For not being honest. Give me a pencil. How about some pie, honey?
Oh, no thanks, baby. I'm full. Besides, I got this work to finish.
What is your favorite?
Well, it used to be my favorite, but I've had it so many times. Whoopie pie.
You know, that note's been out there all day. Why doesn't he call?
Mary.
Well, it's out there with my name and phone number on it for everybody to see. Might as well be tacked up in some men's room.
Will you stop it?
Well, what if some weirdo calls? Hello, Mrs. Jenkins. You want to crack my tail light? I'm taking the note off the car.
No, you're gonna leave it right where it is. Come on over here and sit down and relax.
Oh, honey, I can't. It's on my mind. I can't even sleep.
Oh, Mary, I'm so glad I found you. I think I have found the problem. The answer is right here in this gardening book to our geraniums, you know? Mary?
Poor thing. She said she didn't sleep at all last night.
Hello, ladies. What happened to Mary? Did the tedium of her everyday existence finally get to it?
Oh, I had a bad dream. Oh, it wasn't a dream. It's still there. And so is that car. Well, I had enough. I'm gonna find the owner. Hey, look out! Did you see that? He smashed the whole side of the car. And he didn't leave a note.
Why should he? Yours is already there. You know, Mary, I can't even see the tail light anymore.
She's right, Mary.
Are you agreeing with her now?
Well, I say it's the note you left.
You better get it off that fast, Mary. You're looking at a $15,000 repair bill, at least.
Well, come on. I'm not going by myself.
All right.
Uh-uh. Someone's coming out.
Ooh.
He's taking a note off the car.
That's a big man.
Yeah.
He looks pretty mean.
Yeah.
This could be rough.
I think I should go talk to him.
Stop! Come right back here. That man is in no mood for talking.
He's in the mood to kill.
He's reading the note.
He's looking this way.
Act normal. Stop that! You want him to come over here?
Now, why would I want a big, handsome luxury car owner coming over here? Oh, shoot. He went back in.
I wonder why he didn't come over here right away.
He's going to get his gun.
That's nonsense, Pearl. Men like that use their bare hands.
Well, all he's got is my name and phone number. All he can do is call. I bet he's furious.
Well, I'm sure when he settles down, he'll be reasonable.
I wouldn't count on it, Mary.
She's right, Mary.
Rose, would you pick one side of the fence and stay there?
Oh, you in a fix, Mary. I wish I could think of a way for you to get out of it.
I can help you.
You better listen to her, Mary. She knows what she's talking about.
But I didn't do it, at least not all of it.
Yeah, but he's got your name, your telephone number, and a repair bill for $15,000. How are you going to break that to Lester?
Help me, child.
Oh, you're willing to listen to me now?
Yes.
Whereas before you had no interest in what I was
Talk.
saying. Utilize your femininity. Look helpless. Bat your eyelashes. I'll loan you mine.
Sandra, that is ridiculous.
Last week I ran a red light. Policeman pulled me over. I smiled, flirted a little.
What happened?
Let's say a court date turned into a dinner date.
In other words, what you're trying to say is that I should get this man interested so that I can get out of paying the damages? I can't do that.
Well, there is one other way.
I don't like this, Rose. It's not honest.
Well, Mary, sometimes dishonesty is the best policy.
Is that the same Rose who brings the sermons down from the mount?
Well, Mary, I don't like this either. But you don't want to end up owing a $15,000 repair bill, do you?
But Sandra pretended to be me? Oh, Rose.
Just give it a try.
I just don't want it to go too far.
Mop, tied apron, pot holder. Do I look like you now, Mary?
It's gone too far, Rose.
Ooh, I know what's missing. Where are those silly gloves you always wear when you're doing the dishes?
Sandra, are you sure about this?
Of course. I'm Mary Jenkins. When that handsome car owner comes over here, I'll convince him I'm responsible only for the taillight, not for the total annihilation of one side of his car.
And then you promise to send a check for the damages of that taillight?
Which I will send him.
And that will be that.
Not if I'm lucky.
Sandra.
Oh, come on, relax, Mary. I intend to tell him the whole truth.
When?
On our honeymoon. Oh, well, look, he said he's on his way right over, so if you don't trust me, just stay here and keep an eye on me.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Well, frankly, there is one thing I'm not too sure about. Show me that walk of yours again. You know where you move your legs without moving anything else? Be cool now, be cool. This is gonna work out fine for all of us.
Mary Jenkins?
Yes.
I'm Marvin Grant.
Mary Jenkins. So nice to meet you. Oh, I'm sorry. Feels so natural. You have very nice hands.
Thank you, Mrs. Jenkins.
Mary.
Mary.
Oh, excuse me, how rude. My friends Rose Holloway and Sandra Clark. This is Marvin Grant.
Pleased to meet you, ladies.
Now, don't tell me because I already know. You're the handsome gentleman whose handsome car I scratched yesterday.
Well, it was more than a scratch.
No, just a little crack in the taillight. I almost didn't leave a note. It seemed so small. But Sandra here convinced me.
I appreciate the note, but really, Mary, the car's nearly totaled, and I don't have
No, Mr. Grant. Mary just tapped your car. Another car hit it today. I know because I was there.
Really?
Cross my heart.
Oh, how could I doubt someone honest enough to leave a note? And pretty enough to... It is Mrs. Jenkins, isn't it, Mary?
Yes. Lester, my husband, walked out 2 years ago. Leaving me penniless. My auto insurance lapsed, and frankly, I don't know how I'm going to pay you.
He took everything?
The money, the jewels. I haven't had a new dress in 2 years. I mean, look at this old rag.
Tell you what, let's forget the damages. I'll let my insurance company handle it. Huh?
Great. No.
But Sandra, the woman's in trouble.
She sure is.
No, I'll handle it. I insist.
Oh, thank you, Marvin. But I do feel responsible. Isn't there anything little old I can do?
Well, why don't we discuss it over dinner?
Mary, how about some coffee?
Fine, make some.
Why don't you and I make it Mary, since this is your house? Mary?
Excuse me, Marvin.
Of course.
Okay, Sandra, that's it. Call it off.
If you give me 5 more minutes, I'll have him paying your rent.
That was not the agreement. Tell her, Rose.
That was not the agreement.
Well, look, if we tell him now, he'll just get angry, and I'll never see him again.
I don't care. It's wrong.
Well, then you tell him.
I will.
I tried to stop him, Mary.
What's going on here?
Look, buddy, you can't come waltzing in here after 2 years and expect everything to be the same between you and Mary.
Who is this guy and what is he talking about?
Well, Lester,
No, Sandra, nobody can
Hey,
explain
man, this
nothing.
is my house.
And if you think you're gonna take that too, you got another thing coming.
Wait a minute!
Mary will explain.
Mr. Grant, I hope you didn't mind what Sandra did.
Oh, no, I was glad she did it. Because if she hadn't been you and you hadn't been her, we would have never met and I wouldn't be taking her out tomorrow night for dinner.
Oh, can I get you some more pie?
Oh, no, thanks, Mary. It was delicious. But I should be getting home. Got a busy day at the office tomorrow.
Well, we'll be glad to take care of the damage that Mary did.
Nah, I said that wasn't necessary.
And I said we insist.
But that tail light doesn't make a difference anymore.
But you gotta let us do something.
Well, listen, I'm new in this neighborhood, and you're the first people I've been comfortable with. I wouldn't mind having some friends to drop in on now and then for some home cooking, or maybe to watch the Redskins game.
And you got it right here, season tickets.
Hey, fantastic.
And don't forget, dinner next Friday.
Ooh, hey.
Mom, can I have some more pie before it's all gone?
Oh, Brenda, honey, I'm glad you're here. We just learned a little lesson that I think you might benefit from. I deceived Mr. Grant today, and I learned something. I gotta practice what I preach.
Does that mean I can go skating next Saturday?
No. That means honesty is the best policy.
Thanks again, Mary, and your pie was the best I've ever tasted.
But, Mom, isn't that on Rose's pie?
I'm going to leave Mr. Grant a note, dear. Changing every day. We won't get by with those same old ways. No, no. need no place, child. This is terrible. Violence, mayhem, drug bust.
Have you seen the sports page?
This is it. I'm tired tonight.
Not too tired, I hope.
Daddy, do we have anybody interesting in our family?
What brought that up?
Homework.
Well, your mother used to be interested.
Don't make no big plans for bedtime here. What's your homework?
I have to write a composition for English class. My most interesting ancestor.
My grandmother told me about a great uncle who became a mountain man. Trouble is, I don't remember his name.
That's no help.
Offhand, I can't think of anyone too exciting. What about you, old woman?
You're asking for it. There's Jackson Hurley.
Who is Jackson Hurley?
My father's uncle. Worked at the post office for 42 years.
That's it?
Yeah. See, when I was a little girl, I used to go down to the post office, and he'd stamp my forehead, special delivery.
And he stamped it too hard.
You're gonna need that electric blanket tonight.
Come on, there are kids in my class who related to politicians, inventors, and musicians.
So, you've got a whole lot of decent, hard-working folks in your family. It's not who you're related to that counts, it's who you are.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I'll go make up somebody.
No, wait a minute. Now, my Aunt Lucy was a brakeman for the Pennsylvania Railroad. She could stop a train on a dime and give you 9 cents change.
A brakeman?
Well, it beats a forehead stamper.
A lady brakeman?
Yeah.
It's different. A world-famous lady brakeman.
Wait a minute. Who said anything about world famous?
Literary license, Mom.
A lady brakeman.
Don't feel bad, baby. You got all those decent, hard-working folks in your family, and I got a world-famous lady brakeman.
Whoopee! A choo-choo stopper.
That's cold, baby.
Mm-hmm. And that's what you're going to be tonight without me for your blanket.
Oh, Mary, don't be silly. So what if you're descended from
Yahoo.
Thank you, Pearl.
You're welcome.
It's not important anyway.
I know it. It's not important to me. It's important to Lester.
Well, I'm related to some famous people, but I don't shoot my mouth off about it.
Like who?
Adam and Eve.
We're all related to Adam and Eve, Pearl.
But I knew them personally.
Anyway, I don't care if I'm not related to nobody famous. Do you, Rose?
Well, I am.
Who?
Well, I've been told I'm 14th cousin to Billy D. Williams.
Well, that's too bad. That means you can never marry him.
Don't tell him he'll be crushed.
No, it won't.
Ooh, here comes Sandra. Ooh, the way she walks.
One of them hips break loose, somebody gonna get killed.
Afternoon, lady. If it isn't the Stoop sisters. Who we ripping apart today?
Nobody worth mentioning.
Sandra, do you have anybody exciting in your family tree?
Oh, yeah. You're looking at her. Why do you ask?
Well, Mary was talking about her roots.
Oh? Well, you know, Mary, it is time for a touch-up.
Mary was tracing her family tree.
I was not. I think it's silly to brag about things like that.
Nothing, huh?
Not nothing. Mary's related by marriage to a tycoon in the railroad industry. Private caboose and everything.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's nice, I suppose. Me, I'm descended from royalty.
Really?
No kidding.
I don't usually mention it, seeing as how modesty's chic this year. But I am a royal blue-blooded descendant of a 16th century Moroccan emir.
What the heck is that?
An emir's a prince, darling. A royal prince. Stick that in your caboose.
You got the caboose, baby.
come from?
The basement. Whew. Whew, thank you. We've been storing it for Aunt Winnie ever since she left Uncle Joe.
Well, what's in it?
I hope it ain't Uncle Joe. Aunt Winnie said there's a lot of old family papers in here. I called all the rest of the Hurley family and nothing. I was beginning to think the Hurley family tree had root rot. Ooh. Ooh, would you look at all this stuff?
Mary, why are you doing this?
For Brenda. I mean, she's struggling in English. The least I can do is support her.
Mm-hmm. And this has nothing to do with Sandra.
Of course not. Why do people save all this junk?
I don't know, but I think you better take a look at this.
What's that? Corporal Mordecai Hurley, 54th Infantry. 1863.
Mary, you got an ancestor who fought in the Civil War.
It better have been for the North. Oh, look at this. 54th Massachusetts Colored Infantry. The most decorated black regiment in the Civil War.
Girl, we get pay dirt!
Ooh, Sandra, eat your heart out.
Wait a minute. I thought this was for Brenda.
That too.
Hi, Mom. Hi, I'm Rose.
Brenda, guess what?
You're descended from a Civil War hero.
I wanted to tell her.
I'm sorry, Mary. I'm
Wow, that's great. How'd you find out?
Your Aunt Winnie's trunk? We were rummaging around. We found all this.
Do you mind? We were rummaging around and we found this old photo of Corporal Mordecai Hurley. We've got an honest-to-goodness Civil War hero in the family. What do you think about that?
It's neat.
It's neat. Honey, this is the stuff great essays are made of.
But Mom already finished my Brakeman essay. I don't want to start all over.
But Brenda, I went through a lot of trouble for this. We're related to a legitimate figure in American history. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, it means I got to start all over.
I don't understand the attitude of kids these days. Honey, this is an important project you're doing.
Mom, I'd love to change it, but I got a lot of other homework to do.
Brenda, you don't understand. You'll be the hit of the class.
Well, if I outlined it, would you type it?
You asking me to do your homework for you?
I know, that wouldn't be right. I guess I'll just stick with Aunt Lucy the Brakeman.
I'll get the typewriter.
Well...
Now, honey, I am not trying to tell you what to write, but Mordecai Hurley is it. It's different, it's exciting, and I got a great title for you. Hurley's Hero.
Sounds good. But let me think about it, okay, Mom?
Thought you weren't going to do her homework for her.
I'm not doing it, I'm guiding it. How should I break the news to Sandra?
Well, why don't you hire a skywriter?
Yeah!
Mary, that's not a very Christian attitude.
Yeah, you're right. I can't wait to stick it to her.
She'll be here. She's got to go to work.
She will miss her 8:15 bus.
She won't miss it. That bus driver always waits for her.
Morning, ladies. Sandra, speaking of ancestors, do you remember yesterday when you told me about that wonderful emir that you had in your family? What'd you say his name was?
Well, I don't know his name. They called him, Your Highness.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I have something that I think might interest you and your hiney. Yesterday, when I...
Mary's related to a Civil War hero, Corporal Mordecai Hurley from the most decorated black regiment in the war. Did it again.
That's really something, Mary.
Thank you.
You look a little tired, Mary. Did you stay up all night thinking that one up?
Oh, I didn't have to. I have it documented, postmarked, and photographed.
Sort of beats the pants off your Emil.
Oh, Sandra, your bus is at the corner.
He'll wait. That's that woman driver.
Just not your day, is it? Wonderful, marvelous.
Well, here's the old Mordecai. Wiped out my brakeman, but he sure made my wife happy.
Honey, you should have seen Sandra's face. Even her makeup was cracking with envy. for?
For being right. I was talking to everybody at school today about Corporal Hurley, and they think it's great. Oh, I'm so excited about it. I started my report all over. Oh, I'm going to go tell Tiffany. I can't wait to get to my homework.
Was that our daughter? Is she ill?
I'll get it. Hi, Miss Clark. Mom, it's Miss Clark.
I wonder what she wants. Sandra?
Evening, Mary. I just came by to thank you.
Oh?
Mary, you made me stop and think this morning. I had no right to brag about something for which I had no proof. So I went to the library.
You went to the library?
Well, I grant you, Mary, that most of us are just too busy living life to waste time reading about it. On the other hand, you did cast aspersions about my Moroccan ancestor, so I looked him up. Actually, I didn't look him up. This handsome, young librarian helped me. He seemed to enjoy squeezing through the stacks with me. And none of your business. But the truth is, Mary, about that Emir, I couldn't find a thing about him.
Well, it was big of you to admit it.
Yes, I know. However, as long as I was there, I said to my young man librarian, I said, Philippe, why don't we look up my good friend Mary's soldier boy hero?
Oh?
So we squeezed through some more stacks. And guess what we found out about dear brave Mordecai Hurley?
I haven't the faintest idea.
I'll help you. I made some copies while I was there.
What's that?
A diary kept by Cyrus Johnson, a soldier who fought alongside Mordecai. Go ahead. Read it.
August 7th. What's that for?
For when you need to sit down.
The rebels hit us hard yesterday. I was caught in a trench with my buddies, Clement, Bartholomew, and Stephen.
Keep going, keep going.
We just couldn't get over what that skunk Mordecai Hurley did to us.
A little louder.
Who would have thought good old Mordecai would turn out to be such a coward?
Sing it.
Last night, when the fighting got its fiercest, he deserted our unit.
Bring it on home.
We would have shot him for doing it, but the sneak escaped disguised in a woman's dress.
How sweet it is. Now, Mary, I would say that my Emir beat the pants off your hero, but evidently he wasn't wearing any.
I don't believe this. Mordecai Hurley, a coward.
A coward in a dress. And knowing his descendants, probably a tacky one.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where would a man find a dress in the middle of a battlefield?
Just read on. In a woman's dress, made out of our regiment's Union flag.
There's got to be an explanation.
Right. He was auditioning for a USO production of La Cage aux Folles.
Mom, guess what? Calvin's gonna interview me for the school paper about Mordecai Hurley. Have you heard about Mordecai, Miss Clark?
In depth.
I'm doing a composition about him for English class. My most interesting ancestor. I haven't even turned it in yet, and I'm a celebrity.
Brenda, there's something you should
hear directly from me. I think it's wonderful about Mordecai. You should be very proud, Brenda.
Thanks, Miss Clark. I've got to go finish my composition.
Mary, you didn't tell me this was for Brenda's school project. I don't want to hurt her.
Well, I'd rather she hear it from me than from somebody else.
Well, why? I won't tell if you won't tell. Oh, Mary, come on now. I am completely satisfied that you were embarrassed, mortified, and humiliated. Hey, my fun is over. It'll be our little secret.
If you don't mind, I can handle my own daughter's problems.
Hey, okay. But from now on, you'll know I know, and I'll know you know I know. you know? I can't wait to see your face whenever the flag goes by.
That mess you made in there is burning.
Ha ha. You better sit down and read this.
What's this?
It's not funny.
Yes, it is. Ran away in a dress made from the flag. Some hero.
Oh, it's not that funny.
I was thinking, if they caught him, they'd have to hang him at half-mast.
You don't seem to understand, Lester. We've got a problem.
I ain't got no problem. I got a nice, honest lady brakeman.
Oh, you make me sick. I'm talking about Brenda. Not only is she doing a composition on Mordecai, she's been bragging about him all over school.
Uh-oh. Have you told her?
Not yet.
Well, Brenda's strong. She can handle it. Fortunately, she has some Jenkins blood in her.
Brenda! Brenda! Come out here a minute.
Yeah, Ma?
Honey, I want to talk to you about something. And you know what? This will be a perfect night to go to the movies. I'll get our coats.
Oh, no. The last time we went to the movies on a school night, you ended up telling me Fluffy went to cat heaven.
Brenda. Now what?
It's Calvin. He's gonna interview me.
This is Calvin Dobbs, your roving reporter. Live at the Jenkins residence. Good evening, Mr. Jenkins. Or are you going to change your name back to Hurley now?
Calvin, what do you want?
Mom, I told you he's gonna interview me for the paper.
Hey, not just you, Brenda. I'm going to do a feature on the whole family. From breaks to bravery. Excuse me, Mr. Jenkins. Tell me, how does it feel to be somebody all of a sudden?
Goodbye, Calvin.
But I'm not done yet.
Yes, you are, Calvin.
Calvin, if you don't mind, we want to talk to Brenda about something.
But, Mrs. Jenkins, this is my first big story. I could be the next Brian Gump.
And when you hit the steps, don't stumble.
How's he gonna like this if you keep throwing him out?
This may come as a surprise to you, but there are some things in life more important than Calvin. This is about Mordecai Hurley. You better sit down, honey.
Uh-oh.
Now, let's see. How should I put this?
Mordecai deserted his buddies in the middle of a battle.
Worse, he was disguised in a dress made from our country's flag.
So what are you gonna do now?
Change schools.
Hey, it's only a composition.
But I bragged about it to everybody. They'll all be laughing at me. Mom, can't I just turn it in the way it is? Nobody will know the truth if I don't say anything.
Well, you'll know. Honey, it's morally wrong.
I could live with that.
The truth always has a way of coming out, baby.
See, Mom, I could have just turned in my report about Dad's Aunt Lucy. But you had to go digging around for something better.
Brenda.
I don't see why I can't be allowed to do my own homework.
Wait a minute. Where are you going?
The stoop. I need some air.
Did you hear how she talked to me?
Yeah, and she was right.
What?
We're talking about pride.
Yeah, you're right. She's probably afraid her classmates will laugh at her.
I'm not talking about her pride. I'm talking about your pride. Well, think about it. First, you wanted to find a relative more important than mine. That was pride. Then you wanted to find one more important than Sandra's. That was pride. Now you're scared to death Calvin's gonna find out the truth, so you throw him out the door. All pride. Not that I'm against throwing Calvin out the door.
Well, I was just trying to help her.
Come on. They don't judge a composition on who your relatives are. They judge it on how you write it.
I hate it when you're right. Hi. You mind some company? Okay. You want to talk?
No.
let me put it like this. We're gonna talk.
Why?
Because I want to apologize.
I'll cherish that when I'm in a convent in Bolivia.
Oh, Bryn.
I'm sorry, Mommy. I just can't go back to school. I feel like a fool.
Well, join the club. I should have kept my big mouth shut. Okay, I went overboard this time. At least I know why old Mordecai was never mentioned in the family. You know you gotta go back to school, don't you?
Yeah, I know.
Well, we'll go through it together.
You going to school with me?
Oh, no.
I've been laughed at before. I'm just glad they don't use dunce caps anymore.
You know, this would all be pretty funny if he was somebody else's relative. It's still funny.
What?
Well, think about it. The family's big hero running off in a skirt. Hey, wait a minute. Your assignment was to write about your most interesting ancestor.
Mordecai sure fits that.
Well, then that's it. Write about that. Write the truth.
The truth?
Sure. If you don't want folks laughing at your child, you got to make them laugh with you.
Yeah. Maybe Calvin still has time to put it in the paper.
Brad, wait. I don't know if I want the whole world to know it. Hey, where y'all been?
To the grocery store. When you go at night, you go together, honey.
Any more news on the big hero, Mordecai Hurley?
That's Mordecai.
Mary knows what I'm talking about.
What she's talking about is the 54th Massachusetts Regiment. Was a great outfit, but old Mordecai was a drag.
Real?
In more ways than one.
What? I'll say it was. Let me tell you,
Oh,
exactly.
honey, I can tell. Yeah, honey, when they last saw Mordecai, he was switching off to the hills in a dress.
No.
Yeah, red, white, and blue child.
There's no place like home. With your family around you, you're never alone. When you know that you're loved, you don't need to roam, 'cause there's no place like home. Times are changing every day. We won't get by with those same old ways. Pulling together, we'll make it right. With help from our friends, I know we can fly. There's no place like home. With your family around you, you're never alone. When you know that you love, you don't need to roam, 'cause there ain't no place like family. There ain't no place like family. 'Cause there ain't no place like, there's no place like home.
I mean, no place, child. Okay, Sock, where are you? There's always a sock missing. I swear socks can walk.
Well, Tiffany's got some that can stand by themselves.
It's that washing machine, that's what it is. I swear it eats socks.
Girl, put that stuff away. This is our day to go shopping.
I know it, girl. I got all the sales marked. By the time we get back, I'm gonna be broke saving money. Oh, hey, Pearl, come on in.
Oh, hi, Rose. Ready for our shopping trip?
Ooh, honey, I can't wait. My credit card is about to jump out my pocketbook.
Well, don't knock it, child. A jumping credit card is better than a bouncing check.
I heard that.
Hey, listen. You know what we ought to do? Let's go to lunch first and then get our hair done. And then get a manicure. I'm gonna get a pedicure, too.
Ooh, painted toes. You know, I haven't had my toes painted since my honeymoon. Well, you give James some champagne and he got interested.
Well, come on, help me fold these clothes. We gotta get out of here by 10:30.
Okay. Mary, you gotta help me with Lester.
What is it? What happened?
He got sick at work. We had to call the nurse and everything. I had to drive him home.
That's terrible.
I know. I never handled a pickup before. I tried.
Well, where is he?
I left him downstairs. Oh, no, here he is.
Well, honey, what is it?
Don't get too close. Lord knows what I got. I'm burning up with fever.
Well, wait a minute. Let me see. You don't feel hot.
What do you know about it? The nurse at work took my temperature at a 99.3.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry.
I'm going to bed.
99.3? Cat's got a higher temperature than that.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do with a grown man when he gets sick. They're so dramatic.
Did it seem hot to you?
I can't tell. All men seem hot to me.
Just a little over 99.
Let me see that thing.
Well, go ahead, look.
There's no mercury in here. It probably went right over the top.
There it is, right there. Oh, honey, you'll be all right. You just got a little touch of the flu. Sandra had it and Pearl had it. You probably got it from Pearl.
Who cares? My stomach feels terrible.
Oh, a little tummy ache.
Men don't have tummy aches, they have gut aches.
Why? Because they have intestinal fortitude?
Just leave me alone. Don't try my nerves.
Oh, Lester, you're being difficult. Now, why don't you get up and go in the bed? I'll make you some soup.
I am not being difficult. I'm not getting into bed. What kind of soup?
How about some chicken soup? That sound good?
Sure, why not? I'm not hungry anyway.
Well, I'll make any kind you want. How about some pea soup?
What kind of peas?
Purple peas. Okay, I'm sorry.
Look, just leave me alone. I'll be all right. You know I don't like to be babied. Just lie here and watch TV.
Well, are you sure you'll be all right?
Of course I will.
Well, in that case, the girls and I were thinking of going shopping.
You going shopping and I'm lying here dying?
You said leave you alone.
I said leave me alone, not leave the country.
Going to Garfinkel's is not leaving the country.
Whatever happened to in sickness and in health?
Oh, Lester, all you got is a little gut ache. Why don't you go get in the bed?
I'm not getting in bed. People die in bed.
They also get well in bed.
Sure, roll the dice with my life.
Okay. Stay on the sofa. I'll make some tea.
I don't like tea.
It's for me.
And I'm not being difficult. Somebody's at the door.
All right.
Tell them to go away. I'm sick.
Mary, how's Lester?
Oh, not too good. He doesn't want to see anybody right now.
I just want to cheer him up. Lester? Ooh, you look terrible.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody recognized that. And thanks for driving me home.
Oh, anybody would have done it. You poor man. Well, I have to get back, but I stopped at the corner and I got you this flower.
Oh, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. You really should have had some decent flowers for him, Mary. Just because he's a big macho man doesn't mean he doesn't like flowers. This room needs something to cheer it up. Open up the window, get some air in here. And change that dress. No wonder he's sick.
Do you have accident insurance?
Yeah, why?
Because you're about to have an accident.
Oh, I almost forgot. Just tinkle for Mary when you need her.
Thank you. That's very nice of you.
Yes, Sandra. Whenever we tinkle, we'll think of you.
I have to get back or I'll miss my lunch hour. Bye now.
Bye. Mary, you could learn something from her.
I'm sure I could, but what would I do with it? You want some toast?
No, I told you I am not hungry.
Well, excuse me, grouchy.
First you say I'm difficult, then you say I'm grouchy. I'm sick. Don't I get any sympathy?
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Yeah.
What are you doing? Leave me alone.
Well, excuse me. I'll get my tea. You rang?
Could I have a glass of water, please?
Of course, dear. Yes?
Not too cold.
Fine. Yes?
Not too warm either.
Not too warm. Here you are, dear.
Thank you very much.
Hey, where you been? We've been looking all over for you.
Oh, girl, I had to take a breather.
How's Lester?
Don't ask.
Men. I remember I had to take a splinter out of James's finger once. He needed Novocaine.
Well, what about our day on the town?
Oh, you better go without me.
Oh, we couldn't do that.
Yes, we could. What do you think we got all dressed up for?
Oh, I'd love to go, but I'd feel guilty leaving Lester.
Oh, but we feel bad if you couldn't go with us. Wouldn't we, Pearl? Pearl?
I hate to lie.
What's that?
Oh, Sandra gave Lester a bell to ring when he needed something.
The girl's got class.
She makes me sick. Y'all go on without me. Get your hair done, see a movie, have a ball.
Oh, Mary.
Oh, there goes the bus. Let's go.
Oh, wait,
Don't close that door. I got a pregnant woman here.
That's not my mama's turkey soup. What is that?
It is, too. I called her. It's her exact recipe. You want me to call her back? Maybe she'll come over and fix it for you.
Don't get smart, Mary. Mama never would have talked to me like that. You just mad because she cooked better than you.
Well, it's too bad she can't do everything better than me, isn't it?
You just don't like my mama, do you?
I love your mother. Eat the soup.
Something's missing. Celery salt. You put any celery salt in there?
I will add the celery salt. I apologize for forgetting it. I will phone your mother and apologize.
I never get sick around here again, I bet you that.
Should have gone shopping with Rose and Pearl and mailed him to his mama. You rang?
Could I have some crackers too, please?
Yes. Yes?
And some more water.
Yes.
What? How long is it gonna take?
I don't know. If I don't start, I can't finish. Garlic salt, onion salt, seasoning salt. No celery salt. Here you are, dear. Turkey soup with celery salt. Lester? Lester?
Hi, Mom. What's wrong with Dad?
Oh, he came home sick. It's the flu.
Oh, man, how's he feeling?
Oh, temperature, nausea, you know. Oh. Listen, I need to get out for a while. Would you mind watching your dad while I go downtown?
Oh. Well, Mom, I got a lot of studying, and I need to go to the library.
Brenda, he's your father. And you're going to stay with him because you love him. And he's sick, and you care. And because I said so.
Mom, he's such a grouch when he's sick.
So he's a grouch when he's well. Besides, you know that sweater you've been wanting? Well, there's a sale at Garfinkel's.
You don't have to bribe me, Mom. I'll take care of him.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Make it a red one. Yes, doctor. Nausea. Dizziness. Yes, his temperature's up. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see. Does this hurt, Dad? Oh, yes, it hurts. It hurts. Okay, we'll meet you there. Dad, we gotta get you to the hospital. It might be appendicitis.
They'll be here in a minute, Lester.
I don't need an ambulance.
Would you prefer a hearse?
Where's your mother?
I don't know. I called the stores. I called the beauty parlor.
Well, she said something about getting a pedicure. Try calling Cleo's.
Oh, there's the ambulance.
I'll go and send them up here.
Wait, I'll go. I'm faster.
You think I'm old?
I'm just saying I'm faster.
You want a race?
Oh, Pearl.
An ambulance just pulled up.
I heard it. I can still hear, you know.
It's for Dad. He has appendicitis.
Oh, you poor man. Mary must be frantic. Where is she?
Getting her damn toes painted.
Second floor, front left, apartment E.
Hi, did somebody die?
No, nobody died. Somebody just going to the hospital.
Darn, I've got to find an apartment.
Hey, Rose.
Oh, Mary.
You know, I looked for you all at the store, but obviously I missed you. Ooh, this burgundy cherry is out of sight.
Mary.
I know, 8 million calories. Well, I don't care. I'm indulging myself. How do you like my toes?
Oh, they're beautiful.
I
Mary.
tell you, girl, I had to get out of the house. Lester was about to drive me crazy. I mean, the man's got a little tummy ache, and you'd think he was dying. Who's the ambulance for? Lester, what happened?
Appendicitis for all you care.
Oh, honey. You mean all of you are here and you don't know anything?
Mrs. Jenkins, could you please just be patient?
Well, thanks a lot for nothing. Oh, any word on my husband? I know what you're thinking. I was out indulging myself while my husband needed me. I feel so guilty. Well, somebody say something.
Love your toes.
Mary, don't blame yourself. We understand.
We was in the movies when my George passed on. I thought he hated Betty Davis and just went to sleep.
What is taking so long?
They're probably waiting for your credit to clear.
How long does it take to get a man ready for surgery anyway?
Honey, you could die waiting for somebody to do something for you in these hospitals.
What's the surgeon's name?
Dr. Peterson.
Where is Dr. Keith when you need him?
Mom, is Dad gonna be okay?
Oh, honey, of course he is. Don't worry. He's gotta be. You know, I'm real proud of you, the way you handle things.
Thanks, Mom.
Mrs. Jenkins?
Oh, there's a nurse now. I'm Mrs. Jenkins. Is he all right?
How was the operation? Oh, it hasn't started yet.
We came down in an ambulance and it hasn't started yet?
You could have gotten your hair done.
I've got to see my husband.
Oh, gee, I don't think you can. Oh, but you know, he gave us quite a scare.
What happened?
Well, when they brought him in, we thought it was a bullet wound in his chest.
Oh, that was cherry ice cream.
Never mind. Look, if I can't be in there, I at least want to know somebody's in there doing something.
You have to sign this release. We're required to inform you that the odds are that...
I'll just sign it. Thank you, nurse.
Oh, I'm not the nurse. I'm the surgeon.
The surgeon? You're Dr. Peterson?
Yeah, now don't worry. Look, I have done dozens of appendectomies.
Dozens? Dozens? I want somebody who's done thousands.
Well, if you want somebody else, that's your privilege, but I'm qualified and I'm good and I'm here. Don't worry. I keep forgetting where surgery is. Excuse me, do you know anything about this Dr. Peterson?
Peterson?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Great bod.
I wonder if they have a chapel here.
I'm going to see Lester. I want him to know he's not alone.
No, Mary, you know you can't do that. Now just relax. Why don't we sit and watch the doctors go by? Guess which ones are single and how much they're worth.
I gotta see Lester.
Oh, where are you going, lady?
I'm going to see my husband.
Only authorized personnel are allowed in there.
Look, that's my husband in there.
I don't care who's in there. You can't go in.
Sandra, can you get that man to move?
Mary. I walked by the Lincoln Memorial yesterday, and Lincoln stood up. Excuse me, doctor?
Oh, I'm not a doctor. I'm an orderly.
Oh, that's so hard to believe. You look so distinguished. I bet you have a wonderful bedside manner.
Well, I did do pretty good in my CPR class.
Then maybe you can help me.
You have a problem?
Mm-hmm. I need somebody to check my heartbeat.
Follow me.
Well, where is everybody? What kind of hospital is this? Oh, honey, I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed me. Oh, baby, say something.
Stop squeezing my head.
Well, why isn't somebody taking care of you? I'm going to get the doctor.
You lying to me, you're going shopping again.
Well, it's about time you got here. What's wrong with you people?
Mrs. Jenkins, you're not supposed to be in this room.
Well, somebody had to be in here. My husband is in pain.
Not really. He's had a shot. Everything's going to be all right.
Don't worry, honey. I won't leave you.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Jenkins. You have to leave so that we can prepare him for the operation.
And just what are you going to do that I can't see?
This is pre-op. It's for medical personnel.
Well, call me Doc, honey, because I'm not leaving.
All right, Doc. You can stay till we take him into surgery, but only if you're quiet. Don't interfere.
Okay, I promise. I just want to be with him. Shouldn't you have gloves on?
I'm not operating yet.
Okay, blood pressure 120/80.
Oh, no!
That's normal.
Oh.
Take his temperature.
Orally.
Now, he doesn't seem to go to sleep.
I always sing to him.
You promised.
Mares eat dotes and does eat dotes and little lambs eat ivy. A kit'll eat ivy too.
Mrs. Jenkins.
I'm sorry.
Time to put him under. Maybe you shouldn't watch.
Oh, no. I'm going to see everything.
Thank you, Doctor.
Oh, what is taking so long? Lester's been in surgery for hours.
And how would you know? You were out like a light. If you slept any longer, they'd have charged you for that room.
I'm going in there.
No, Mom. They'll put us all out. So embarrassing.
Well, I just hope your father's okay.
He's gonna be just fine.
Oh, doctor, is he all right?
Oh, he's doing fine. Everything went perfectly. No problems, no complications. They're taking him to recovery.
Oh, good. I really wasn't worried.
Me neither. Oh, thank you, Doctor. You did a good job.
Oh, well, tell your friends. I need the patients. Here he comes.
Oh, can I talk to him?
Sure, but he's still kind of groggy.
I love you, honey.
I do too, Daddy.
And from now on, when you tell me you're sick, I'll believe you. I'll believe everything you tell me.
Careful, Mary.
And, honey, I'll never make fun of your mother's turkey soup again. Oh, just don't scare me like this anymore. What, dear?
He says he loves you.
Oh, isn't that sweet? How'd you know he said that?
Oh, he's been saying that to everybody.
Lester, wake up. Lester. Huh, nothing. Wake up.